Welcome to AlphaCars Motorcycles. Today I am so excited to share with you this 2014 BMW 328i xDrive Sports Wagon. This is highly equipped with over $10,000 in factory options. It also has a clean Carfax report and a transparent ownership history with BMW dealer service. It also has all factory original paint as confirmed with our paint meter. And this vehicle is for sale at the date of this video posting here at AlphaCars. Give us a call, send us an email if you're interested to learn more and inquire if it is still available. Be sure to check out the listing on alphacars.com where you can view all the exciting information like all of the factory options and the remaining brake and tire life, even things like the free Carfax report and all the individual paint thickness readings from each metal panel. So in this video, we're going to take a thorough look at this impressive 3 Series wagon. These are really hard to find, especially with the low mileage and exceptional condition, because most people just keep these, they drive them, and when they come up for sale, they're usually high mileage. BMW, at the date of this video, they also don't offer a 3 Series wagon anymore. The last year they sold one was, I believe, 2019. So finding one in this sort of condition with the great maintenance and low mileage, it's really something you don't want to miss out on. So now let's take a close look at this wagon. First, let's do an exterior walk around. We can admire this gorgeous Orion silver metallic color. In the interior, it is the Dakota leather upholstery. Let's take a quick peek inside. The color contrast and how this vehicle is optioned, it's really exceptional. We will take a very detailed look at the interior in just a few minutes, but first, let's keep walking around the exterior. And let me talk about the vehicle history while we do so. So this does have a clean Carfax, no accidents. We did confirm all the original paint on the metal panels with our paint meter, as I mentioned. And this has only had 2 previous owners with a lot of BMW service history through the BMW dealer network. The first owner, it was a personal lease vehicle. They had it 3 years and they only put 11,000 miles on it over the 3-year lease. And then the second owner purchased the vehicle, and then we acquired it with only 56,000 miles just here recently. And the second owner, I forgot to mention, they purchased it in 2017, when the car was about 3 years old. So very transparent history there, no funny business, so to speak. But now let's take a very close look at the exterior. Let's start at the windshield area here, which, as we can see, if I can get the camera to focus for us, if I get my finger there, it is a BMW factory glass. There we go. And taking a look at the hood now. This car has a deep shine to it. It does have a few small imperfections here and there on the exterior, which I will point out in this video, but overall the front end looks very, very good. Minimal pitting and imperfections in the headlight lenses. Really as much as you would expect for a vehicle of this age with the little bit of mileage it does have. Now back to the windshield. No damages or rock chips or heavy pitting or anything like that. The vehicle was driven about 15 minutes on the road after being detailed at our Boxborough location. I'm here at our Acton location. I did just drive it over here. Man, does this car drive nice. The steering feel is very direct. There's not a rattle or a squeak in the suspension. The transmission's phenomenal with this 2-liter turbo that's in the car. It's very responsive, very torquey, and it's faster than you might think, especially in the sport mode using the shifting paddles. But back to the exterior condition. I mentioned it was driven a little bit because there might be a little bit of road splash behind the wheels here and there, and I will make sure to point out if anything is an actual imperfection. And now starting, we have a little scratch here on the door. And there's a couple little scuffs on the quarter panel just back here. We can see in this area there's a couple little scuffs, just some personality marks. You'll know that this wagon is yours when you walk out to it. And of course, if you are interested in this vehicle, we have paint correction services. We can do touch-ups and really improve that for you if desired, but we wanted to leave that up to the next owner. Now, while we're on the driver's side, just checking out the wheels. They look very nice with minimal imperfections. And the edge of them has been cleaned up a little from some previous just cosmetic deficiencies. But this car rides ultra smooth on the road. And like I said, the wheels, they do present really nice overall. We just had the kind of edges of them improved. As we're full disclosure here, and I'm just pointing out anything I know about the vehicle and showing its true condition. Now, as we go close to the panel surface, we can see there's a very light little ding right there. Very, very light. You have to get just the right angle to see that. Now at this angle, it's actually hard to see, but that's why we're doing this video, as if you were here talking to me, inspecting the vehicle in person. And now on this quarter panel, let's see if I can even find it. On this corner panel, kind of in this area, and a little bit over here, there's a few scuffs on this quarter panel, but it's pretty hard to notice. You really have to have someone point it out to you like I'm doing right now. Now, before we look at the tailgate of the car, let's check out the roof condition. We've got the panoramic sunroof. And yeah, looking at the front of the roof here, I don't see any rock chips or any damage to the front of the roof. It all presents very, very well. And we have the factory roof rails here. You can get a roof rack to clamp right on. And I don't believe I see any evidence of a previous roof rack or any loads being put on the roof. It's all in very, very good shape, and I don't see any evidence of that. Now that we're at the back of the BMW, let's take a look at the condition back here. A couple little scuffs right there on the tailgate. We can see there and there. And now looking at the back bumper, overall, it's in very, very nice shape. Now check this out. The glass on the rear hatch on these cars, they actually lift independently. Let me know if you knew that in the comments. So we can actually very easily pop that open and get into the storage area of the 3 Series wagon, which is a very exciting area. Now opening the complete hatch there. It does have the automatic operation with the closer button and the lock button there as well. We do have a factory rubber mats we can take a look at here, a full set. We can just tell the vehicle, it was very well cared for. The interior was very clean when we got it, and it had these protective features. So there we go, those are included with the car, and they are very clean. Now looking in our storage compartment here, I'm gonna do my best with the lighting deficiencies here. We have an outlet back here, multiple storage nets, and I love this sort of contraption here because we have a cargo cover that's retractable. This is removable as well. And then there's also a net here. So this net, it secures in a couple anchor points in the roof. As you can see up here, there's a cover for it that you pop down. And this can go up, and then it secures your luggage, or maybe if you have, a furry friend like an animal back here, it just keeps things back here from entering the main area of the vehicle. So that's super cool. Of course, it is included with the wagon. Those can be hard to find, and a lot of these wagons, people might remove this and then they forget to put it back in, and then you don't get it with the car. But this car really has everything with it. And now looking at the floor, there's even more storage under the trunk floor. I apologize, it's a little dim. And then we also have some of the factory accessories here, like the little front toe point adapter and some other nice things under there. Now let me go fold one of the seats down, and we can kind of see what type of storage that you can get in this car. And of course, when you remove, we actually, I did a picture of it in the online listing on alphacars.com. Check that out. I removed these center storage covers and dividers, and then folded all the seats down, and you just have all the room in the world to take cargo in the wagon. That's the beauty of the station wagon. I'm personally a big wagon enthusiast. I've had many over the years, and they really do it all. You get the fuel economy of a car, you get the performance driving experience of a car, but you have the luggage capacity and cargo room almost as much as an SUV. I think even some wagons had more, technically had more cargo capacity than some SUVs, looking at the specifications. But now that we get into the back of the vehicle, we've got the awesome Dakota leather inlay there, and with the trim package this car has, it really, really looks nice. The seating surfaces back here are in excellent condition. We can fold our center armrests down and pop open the cup holders there. And this car does have rear heated seats. Let me show you from the other side. A little bit of glare is coming in from the windows. I do apologize about that. But now looking at this door card, once again, there's no damage, anything like that. To me, it doesn't look like the rear seating area maybe was used all that much. But now looking at the seating, once again, it's all in excellent condition. And as I said, now with minimal glare, there are rear heated seats. They do work really good. The car is just off right now. And there is an outlet back here, which of course you could put a little adapter in to change that to USB for your passengers. And just looking at the interior, the headliner specifically is in really, really nice shape. I don't see any imperfections there. We see that gorgeous panoramic sunroof, and we can see right up into our showroom area, or the construction of our showroom, which is also pretty impressive. Now going in to the front passenger area, looking at this door card here. Even look at the door edges, there's no rust or corrosion or anything like that. It's all very clean. And looking at the front seating surfaces here for the passenger side of things, it's in excellent condition. And specifically looking at the bolster, I don't see any wear or evidence of people being here for too long. Normally, if maybe people are getting in and out of the seat improperly or just not caring for the car, you'll have all sorts of tears and deep wrinkles and stuff like that. This car, it literally looks factory fresh, and I try to not use that term a lot, but you look around this car and it really does look like it could be in a showroom somewhere. We of course have our seating controls there. We have the glove box, which the soft open function works great. We have all the factory manuals and booklets in there, which you can take a look at the photos of those on our listing on our website, alphacars.com. And checking out the center console area, we're going to take a better look once we get into the driver's side, because then we'll have less glare from the windows. So now getting to the driver's side, taking a look now, these are the areas you really, when you look at a used vehicle, these are the areas you really want to check for abnormal wear or staining or anything like that. And look at the button cluster here and the armrest. Really not one little bit of wear there. It looks awesome. Little nick in the material just right there. Probably the seatbelt at some point hit that, unfortunately, but it's just kind of superficial. It's on the surface of things. And now looking into the interior, this car does have the heads-up display, which is that kind of cavity I'm pointing to in the dash. We have the center iDrive screen there. Before we get in, let's take a look at the driver's seat condition, which once again is in excellent condition. This kind of left bolster here, it looks the same as a passenger seat. It looks really, really nice. We've got our seat memory functions here and some of the seat adjustability. And then looking at the back of the seat, same thing, it is in such nice condition. Looking up at the sunroof now from this angle, kind of seeing the rest of the headliner and the buttons up there. Everything looks excellent. This car does have heated steering wheel. It's this button right here, and it works very fast and it's actually very hot. I had to turn it off pretty quickly because it is winter here, but the car is already kind of warm, and very quickly the steering wheel got hot to the touch. So I will put on the ignition. I won't start the car yet because we are indoors, but looking at our gauge cluster here, we can see there's no service due right now. It's just saying service will be due in a few months there, but we have 56,236 miles. I can even go to vehicle info here, and we go to vehicle status, and then we can go to service required, and we can see all of our different checks there. Everything is good and ready to go. And the engine oil there, we did just do a synthetic oil change here at AlphaCars. So we've got fresh oil in it. We've got things like the navigation and just the radio. Sound system sounds pretty good in this car. Really nice, good quality. Let's check out some of the steering wheel now. Looking for any abnormal wear or tear, and I don't see anything here. We've got the shift paddles as well, which, as I mentioned earlier, when you put this car in the sport mode, the transmission is super responsive, and it does a really good job of kind of predicting what type of driving you're doing. We have our light switch over here, and there's even a little switch or a little button on this stock for the automatic high beams. That's another option this car has. Of course, the front seats are heated as well with that cold weather package. The lightest little bit of wear just on this off button. It seems like maybe the off button might have been pressed a few times there. But other than that, everything else does look in really nice condition. And if anyone knows what this wheel is, tell us in the comments. It's a BMW thing. It actually has a very specific function, and let us know if you know what that's called or what that does, because it's actually pretty cool. Now looking at the front storage area, we've got another outlet up here with a little tray. And I love this little feature, having the storage tray here, but you can pop this right out, and then you've got your cup holders. So if you're maybe not someone who uses cup holders all that often, you've got that piece right there, and it adds just some more easy to reach cargo space, or maybe a spot for a phone or something like that. We of course have our drive selector there, some of our different modes, and the traction control button. But even looking at the center console area, this kind of brushed looking aluminum trim, and then the trims here are our iDrive controller. There's really no wear or scratches or anything to be found on there. And the iDrive controller, even you can kind of swipe up and down, back and forth on the top of it as well. All of that works really as designed, as you would expect. It's all very responsive. Now let's look in the center armrest area, which once again, no wear, no tear, or anything like that. And we've got more room in here and some media inputs just there. And another perk of this car, it has a traditional e-brake, which us enthusiasts do like, and we prefer over the electronic e-brake that a lot of newer cars might get. So now let me get back in. I'm going to start it up for us. Starts up effortlessly, runs super smooth, and the only warning there is for all the doors being open. But when I drove this car, I did not sense anything is amiss when it comes to the mechanicals. It drove very nice. Now as we open up that double pull hood latch there, we take a look at the engine compartment, which once again is just very clean. You can see even here on the strut mount bolts, there are no corrosion or anything like that. All the plastics are in great shape, as well as the airbox lid here and the engine cover. And yeah, just a very honest, clean car. Nothing, like I said earlier in this video, it's like you look at this car, you drive it, you look at the history, and there's just no funny business with it. It's a very transparent vehicle, and was just very clearly taken care of. And one other thing I want to mention, if you see this little bit of orange here, and there's some on this side as well, that's not rust, that's actually a body wax that a lot of the European manufacturers inject in a lot of the frame structure and body seams. So that is to fight against rust. Just so you know, it's not rust, it's just that rust preventive treatment that the European manufacturers like to use. And as the vehicle gets used, it kind of will ooze out of places. You might find it in other places on your vehicle. Even if you have maybe a Volkswagen or an Audi, they do the same sort of thing as well. And now as I'm shutting the doors, rounding out the video, I just want to show you that the hatch does close as it should on its own. And I just wanted to open the glass back up for you one more time. Look how fun that is. That's very satisfying to do. And that is an awesome feature that makes it very easy to just reach into the storage compartment quickly to grab things or place things in there without opening the whole hatch. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've maybe learned something new about this 3 Series, or you might be interested in buying it and now you've really gotten a close look and you feel like you've been here looking at it with me. Well, that's the purpose of this video. Keep in mind, we do offer vehicle transportation as well. We deal with many shipping partners, so if you want this car but you're not here in New England, still reach out to us and we can make the buying process very easy and enjoyable for you. And in the end, you'll have an excellent 3 Series wagon delivered right to you. So this has been Ian reporting from our Acton location. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe so then you don't miss out on the latest motoring content.